Hello everybody, today we are going to learn about coordinate planes and how to locate a point on a coordinate plane. You probably already have some background knowledge on coordinate planes because in elementary you do coordinate planes, but you only look at positive numbers. So in middle school we are going to look at coordinate planes again, but this time we are also going to look at negative numbers and positive numbers. So before we begin, I want you to go ahead and open your spirals to a new blank page. At the top of the page, I want you to write coordinate planes. Go ahead and do that now. So this is a picture of a coordinate plane. A coordinate plane is made from two number lines that cross at the point 0. So you have a horizontal number line and you have a vertical number line. And just like normal number lines, to the left of the horizontal number line, you have negative numbers, and to the right of the horizontal number line, you have positive numbers. And on the vertical number line, when you go up, you have positive numbers, and when you go down, you have negative numbers. And they meet in the middle on 0 for both number lines. The horizontal number line is called the x-axis. The vertical number line is called the y-axis. You need to remember which one is x and which one is y. There are different ways to help you remember this. The one that helps me the most is thinking about the letter Y. When you make the letter Y, it has a long tail that comes down. This long tail looks like the long number line for the y-axis. That helps me remember which one's Y, and then I know the other number line, the horizontal number line, must be X. When we are looking at a coordinate plane, we have 4 quadrants. Quadrants are named and numbered using Roman numerals. The letter I is the number 1. This is quadrant 1. The letter II is 2. This is quadrant 2. The letter III is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 3. And then IV is the number 4. This is quadrant 4. When we label quadrants, they go counterclockwise, which is a little bit unique because most of the time my students want to go clockwise. So they'll often call this quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, and that is incorrect. So be very careful when you are labeling your quadrants that you go counterclockwise, not clockwise like you probably are used to. So let's take a minute and talk about how these quadrants are different. Quadrant 1 is probably what you spoke about in elementary school. Quadrant 1 is made of positive numbers only because the number line goes to the right and up. So you have positive number. When you go to the left for quadrant 2, you have a negative number and a positive number. So any point in quadrant 2 is going to have one negative number and one positive number. In quadrant 3, you are going to the left, which is negative, and down, which is negative. So all of your points in quadrant 3 will be negative, negative. Both numbers will be negative. In quadrant 4, you are going to the right, positive, and then down negative. So your points in quadrant 4 would be a positive number and a negative number. Coordinate planes are used a lot, especially in geography. You have probably already studied this year longitude and latitude. The lines of longitude and latitude on a globe are just like the x and y axis on a coordinate plane. So we can use longitude and latitude lines to find a specific location anywhere in the world. It's hard sometimes to find somewhere when it's out in the middle of the ocean and there are no streets or roads to help us identify that location. That's why we have longitude and latitude. Coordinate planes are the same thing. They're used to help us identify a specific location. So if I have a point on my coordinate plane, that is a specific location. I can identify that location using an ordered pair. An ordered pair is written in parentheses and has two numbers. The first number is your x-axis, and the second number is your y-axis. That's why we're talking about one number being negative and positive in quadrant 2, and both of those points being negative in quadrant 3. Remember, the point where the two number lines meet is called the origin. This picture visually helps us to see a lot of our new vocabulary. The substitute is going to pass out a sheet of paper that has this picture on it. We are going to pause the video and take a minute to cut out this picture and glue it in your notes underneath the title. Please pause the video and do that now. Now let's take a minute and look at the actual vocabulary words and their definitions for all of the words that we just discussed. A coordinate plane is a plane containing a horizontal number line and a vertical number line. The x-axis is your horizontal number line. The y-axis is your vertical number line. The origin is where x and y intersect. It is also ordered pair 0, 0. There are 4 quadrants on a coordinate plane. They are numbered I, and IV. Remember, these are Roman numerals for quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. Also remember, quadrants are numbered counterclockwise. The last vocabulary word that we discussed was ordered pairs. An ordered pair consists of 2 numbers in a certain order. Let's get these vocabulary words and definitions copied into our notes, and then we will look more closely at the certain order of an ordered pair. We are going to pause the video, and I want you to copy all of these vocabulary words and their definitions into your notes. I strongly recommend using a highlighter to highlight the vocabulary words and possibly even key words to help you remember their meaning, such as horizontal number line, vertical number line, intersection, and the 4 quadrants. Basically, anything that I underlined, you should highlight. Pause the video now and copy these vocabulary words into your notes. Now let's look more specifically at an ordered pair. This is an example of an ordered pair. When you write an ordered pair, you put the 2 numbers in parentheses and you separate your x and y coordinate using a comma. In an ordered pair, such as x and y, the first value is your x coordinate and the second value is your y coordinate. So here, your first value is your x and your second value is your y. So this is the ordered pair 2, 8. Again, remember that you always put ordered pairs in parentheses. Please pause the video and take a minute and copy this example and everything you see on this slide into your notes. It is also important to remember that the origin has a ordered pair 0, 0 because your x coordinate is 0 and your y coordinate is also 0. It's where the two number lines intersect. The ordered pair for your origin is written 0, 0. Please pause the video and take a minute to copy this sentence into your notes. Now let's take a minute to actually figure out how do we find an ordered pair for a point on a coordinate grid. So you have an example here for you. Remember, the first number in your ordered pair is your x value. So you are going to go to that point on your x axis. So if I start at 0, I have to go over to the number 4 before I am underneath of the point. That 4 is your x-axis. It is the first point in your ordered pair. Then to continue getting to my point, I have to move up to get to the point. Right now I'm directly underneath of it, but I am not at the point yet. So now I'm going to move up 1, 2, 3. I moved up 3. That is the second point in my ordered pair. That represents your y-axis. So the ordered pair for this point is 4, 3. Remember, you always go left or right first and then go up or down, because the first number in your ordered pair is your x-axis. And your x-axis is your horizontal number line, which is left and right. And your y-axis is second, and it's up and down because it's your vertical number line. On the paper that the substitute gave you earlier, you will see this example. Please cut out this example and glue it in your notes. Please pause the video and do this now. When I was in elementary school, my teacher used to tell me this cute little way of helping me remember which direction to go first. She always used to say airplanes cannot just go straight up into the sky. They have to first go down the runway and then take off. So your x-axis is your runway. You have to go down the runway and then go up or down. I added another part to this because that was elementary school, and so we only went up because we only did positive numbers. So I added the idea of submarines. Submarines have to go out to sea before they can dive. So they can go out left or right, but diving is negative. So your airplanes go up positive, but your submarines go down negative. I really feel like this will help you remember the order to write your ordered pairs in. Please take a minute and copy this into your notes. Pause the video now. Let's look at another example. So first, we are going to go down the runway. This is the x-axis. Starting at 0, we go out to the left 3. Remember, when you're going to the left, that's negative. So we go to the left -3. Now we are directly underneath of this point. To continue to get to the point's location, we have to go up. Up and down is my y. When we go up, it's positive. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my ordered pair is -3, 5. On the same paper the substitute gave you earlier, you will have this example. Please cut the example out and glue it into your notes. Please pause the video and do that now. We have one more example to look at before you guys are going to try some on your own. We are going to plot the point 3, -2. Remember, 3 is your x-axis. So you are going to go out 3. So we're going to go to the right because it's positive. 1, 2, 3. Then we have -2. So this is our submarine because we are going to go down. We are going to dive. We're going to go down 1, 2. So this is where we would plot the point 3, -2. Please use the paper that the substitute gave you earlier and cut this example out and glue it into your notes. Please pause the video and do that now. Now it's time to try some problems on your own. Let's go ahead and get out our Expo marker and our socks that are in the boxes on your table. I would like for you to write the ordered pair that is represented by this point. Please pause the video and give everybody a chance to try and figure out what this point is on their desk. If you are fast, keep your answer covered and protected so no one can look around and see what you wrote. Please try this problem on your desk. Hopefully everybody has had a chance to try this problem. Remember, we have to go down the runway first. So we are going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to go up 1, 2. Ordered pairs are written in parentheses. So this should be parentheses, +5, +2, close parentheses. That was an easy problem, probably very similar to the problems you did in elementary. Let's try another. Pause the video and tell me what is the ordered pair for point B. Pause the video and try point B on your desk. Point B is to the left of 0. So for us to go down the runway, we have to go down -2. When we go to the left, it's negative. So our ordered pair is -2. And then we go up 1, 2, 3, which is positive. So our ordered pair is -2, +3. Pause the video and try point C on your desk. Write the ordered pair for point C. Point C is also to the left on our number line, which means it's -x. We go to the left 2. The difference between B and C is point C is down. So we are going to go down 1, 2, 3. When you are in your third quadrant, both your X and your Y value should be negative. So your ordered pair for point C is -2, -3. Try point D on your desk. Point D is to the right, which makes your X +2. 1, 2. Then you go down 1, 2, 3, which makes your Y -3. There are some problems that always trip my kids up whenever they see them. So I would like to try some of those tricky problems with you now. I am going to plot a point on this coordinate plane. Let's make it red so it stands out. This point is on the y-axis. Can you please write on your desk what ordered pair do you think represents that red point? Pause the video and do that now. The reason this problem is tricky is because it does not go to the left or to the right. It does go straight up. It's more like a helicopter than an airplane. So this would be 0 for your x-axis because it does not go left or right. It stays right on that origin. It just goes up. And the up movement is your y, not your x. And then it goes up 4, so your y is positive 4. Anytime a point is on the y-axis, your x is always 0. Let's try another one. What is the ordered pair for this point? Pause the video and try this on your desk. So again, we do not go left or right. So my x is 0. We just go down. So my y is -5. Remember, anytime it is on the y-axis, your x value should be 0. So what do you think is going to happen if it's on the x-axis? What would be the ordered pair for this point? Pause the video and try that on your desk. So if you're on the y-axis, x is 0. But if you're on the x-axis, y is 0. This time we go left, but we don't go up or down. We go to the left, -3, but we don't go up or down. So my y is 0. All points on your x-axis have 0 for the value for y. Let's try one more. What is the ordered pair for this point? Again, this is on the x-axis. So x is 1, but we do not go up or down, so y is 0. So your ordered pair is 1, 0. Hopefully you guys all think this is really easy. You will continue to practice this tomorrow. This is our lesson on coordinate planes.